Hey guys, what's up? 7stop here. Welcome back to this video, and today we're going to be talking about Battlefield 2042, which is the new Battlefield game that just got revealed.
Yeah.
And the audio is not going to be as good as usual for Sam because we're on a Discord call right now.
Yeah, we wanted to get our thoughts out quick. If you want, we'll make another video like in person later discussing the gameplay reveal.
Yeah. Alright, well, anyway, this game is pretty epic, I have to say. It seems like this is the game that Battlefield fans have wanted for a while.
Yeah, so getting right into the reaction of the trailer, I thought it was a pretty epic trailer.
Pretty awesome trailer, yeah.
I thought it was great. It was certainly better than Battlefield 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, holy crap.
This game looks like it has a lot of potential. While, I mean, we should probably be careful about our expectations because you can make anything look good in a trailer, and we don't know what it plays like yet. But this is a pretty amazing trailer, I have to say. Some of these things look really good. Definitely not going to run on my Xbox One, I'll say that much.
Yeah,
it's going to be 32 FPS, or sorry, no, 32 players only on Xbox and PS4.
And below 30 FPS.
Probably. We'll see. We'll see if they can actually release a Battlefield game that works, because most Battlefield games in recent history have not worked when they released, like 5 and 4. Both had tons of issues.
Yeah, so hopefully the release is good. But so far, the trailer, that was a really, really great trailer. Like, It was so perfect. And, like, a bunch of the stuff in it, they really wanted to showcase the back in the only in Battlefield moments again.
Yeah.
Like with
they have a lot of cool set pieces like the rocket or the tornado, which apparently it's going to have dynamic weather, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched because like this is the case with most games. I personally did, where like a bunch of YouTubers get to see some sort of early screening or early like showcase or whatever a few days before, and then the trailer releases and then a bunch of info drops with it. I watched Westy and Jack Fragg's videos on the reveal and stuff, so I can throw in my 2 cents.
I heard some things about it, but I don't know the specifics.
Westy said the word Levolutions was thrown in there somewhere, so I guess that's confirmed. That's coming back, which is pretty awesome. I loved Levolution, so I'm happy they're back.
Maybe that rocket's going to be a Levolution.
I think it is. I think, like, apparently, like, in the, there was, like, 7 maps or whatever.
Yeah, there's 7 maps. One of them
had a tornado. The other one had a rocket. That rocket that was launching up. And apparently that one will randomly, like, be a, like, completed, successful rocket launch, or it'll be a failed rocket launch. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I heard that there's going to be, they said that there's not going to be a Battle Royale at launch, but they also said there's going to be a free-to-play mode or something. And
no, I don't think anything was free to play from what I heard.
Well, I heard that there was going to be a free-to-play mode. They said there's going to be some, but they haven't given any details yet.
Yeah, or something later in the line.
If that's real, then I don't think that it's going to be anything other than Battle Royale.
Yeah, but I know for now there's no Battle Royale at launch. There's going to be 3 main modes. There's going to be your regular multiplayer, conquest, operations. They call it breakthrough, but sorry, Battlefield 1 got it right, and it's operation, so suck it. Then there's going to be this other mode. There's going to be 2 other modes. One of them is like apparently a quote-unquote love letter to the franchise. Yeah, whatever that means. And then the other one is going to be like Hazard Zone or whatever, which we still don't know like anything about that.
The love letters to the franchise. Wow, that's specific.
Yeah, exactly. It's a love letter to the franchise. Okay, get it? Do you understand what that means?
Maybe they're just gonna port a bunch of old maps into it or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Although I feel like probably not. But anyway, yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, we're really. I'm super happy that they're going more of the Battlefield 3 and 4 direction. While I do love Battlefield 1. I want a modern game again. No, thank you to World War II game. Although, man, if Call of Duty Vanguard is real, I'm just
gonna say, if the COD game is Call of Duty Vanguard this year, and it's up against this game, and this game's actually good, which I think it's probably going to be pretty good, then I think that COD is just going to get destroyed. It's going to
I
be
saw
like
this one.
2016 Infinite Warfare
Yep,
versus Battlefield 1.
exactly. I saw this one post, which I found kind of interesting. I think it was from Charlie Intel or whatever, and he was like, people constantly say that Call of Duty is going to flop this year because it's in World War II, but it's going to, like, no matter what era they put it in, it's going to be difficult. But I find that as like a kind of stupid remark. It's like, oh yeah, they don't have any other eras to put it in. They don't want to do a new future game. They just did a modern game. A World War II game would be no different from anything else. But I feel like if they just did another modern game, like, I'd be
Yeah,
okay
that
with
would
that.
be
Like,
way
come
more
on.
successful. Yeah.
It's not like they have to change the era every single like time.
Yeah. Um, they they didn't change the era for like 3 years with the futuristic games.
Exactly.
But anyway, uh, yeah, I think that if it's actually Call of Duty Vanguard versus this game, then it's probably Infinite Warfare still beat Battlefield 1 in sales, so I'm not confident that that this game will beat the COD Vanguard totally just because it's COD. But I think that
Well,
online it'll be favored massively, just like Battlefield
well,
1 was.
this is the thing. You got to remember, Infinite Warfare had the Modern Warfare remastered.
Oh yeah, that's true. That probably
I don't
inflated
know
the
if they're gonna
numbers a
have
lot.
that this year, unless they're
They
like, oh
might
yeah,
do MW2.
MW2R. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say they might do. Although apparently the leaks are suggesting, like that MW2 is not going to be released this year. But I don't know. MW2 remastered multiplayer. That game is just like destined to be just forever leaked.
Yeah. That game's
But
been leaked for so long.
I know. But going back to the trailer, I want to talk more about like what we saw in it and stuff. So yes, it's obviously slightly futuristic, which I'm very okay with. Battlefield to me can accomplish slightly futuristic very well,
hmm
so I'm
Battlefield
pretty
4
excited
was
about that.
already slightly futuristic.
Yeah, technically it was slightly futuristic and stuff. The vehicles are pretty cool. Obviously, like there's some the wingsuit and stuff that's pretty neat and everything. Like it just looks like a like more modern Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, which I mean I've always wanted. Now
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna talk in a little bit more detail because the trailer looks cool and all, but we got some info. So the way vehicles work is you everyone apparently has some sort of like tablet or whatever, and then they can call in a vehicle, and then it'll be like parachuted onto the map or something like that.
Hmm.
But this is the thing, like if everyone has that ability, there's gonna need to be some sort of cooldown or some sort of
Yeah.
way
I'm
to
sure there's
get
there's
it.
gonna be there has to be something to earn it. I hope it's not like a kill streak because that would just be kind of lame to me. But
Yeah,
uh, I'm sure there has to be some way to get it um, other than just calling it in whenever you want. That wouldn't work at all.
yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So apparently, like each position in the vehicle. So you know how they have positions in vehicles, like in
Yeah.
Battlefield 1, you could get into the tank. They mentioned that each position has like a very like specific part of the vehicle. Like unlike in Battlefield 1 or whatever, you just get in, there'd be a little gunner seat, and there'd just be like three gunner seats and stuff. Apparently, each position is going to actually have a very important role. And apparently, squad play is going to be really important. So
Hmm.
my theory is that they're going to bring back the point system from Battlefield 5 and like the squads.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think it's gonna work because people
Me
don't
neither.
want to cooperate with their squad. That's one of the reasons Battlefield 5 failed because they wanted you to work with your squad, but no one in Battlefield has mics and no one works with their squad.
Yeah. Now, a few things that I would like to see. Number one, please bring spawning back. Please, please, please. I want that back.
Wait, bring what back?
Spotting.
Oh, spotting. Yes, I hope that comes back.
Please, please,
Please
please
bring
bring that
back
back.
visibility. I'd like that too.
The what?
Visibility.
Yeah,
Please bring that
visibility. Yeah, I'd
back.
really like that too. I mean, from the trailer, it looked like people were kind of visible. Like I remember in the Battlefield 5 trailer, it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, please bring back visibility, spawning. Oh yeah, class systems. So class systems. This is where I'm
Yeah,
a
apparently they're
little bit
gonna have
iffy.
operators or like
Yeah, they're
specialists or
gonna have
something.
like 10 specialists. So there's four groups, and the four groups are the typical like assault, support, um, engineer, and recon. But in those
Okay.
groups, there's going to be specialists with certain abilities. Like there's going to be a medic one. There's going to be this guy that could set up a turret
Yeah.
or
To
something
be
like
honest,
that.
it doesn't sound like I'm really not a huge fan of specialists at all. I prefer just doing an older kind of class system like Battlefield 4 or 1 or something.
Yeah, I really don't care like how my soldier is. Just allow me to choose between a few bits of equipment.
I watched Nero's video about this, and I thought it was really funny. Where I think it was his video where he's like, "They're gonna have specialists because people need to play as a character now. Why would you?" It's like he actually thinks that people want to play as a character in a game, which is something or like a multiplayer game. Like I just don't get it. Like why
I mean,
why does that matter?
I don't get it either. I mean, like for Call of Duty, this is the thing. With Call of Duty, it kind of works because you have iconic characters like Price, Ghost,
Yeah.
all those. But with
No, you mean the
Battlefield,
most
I'm not
iconic
like
character is the Grav Spikes guy. What's his name? I
Ruin.
can't remember his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ruin. But
Ru-
but the thing is, with Battlefield, there's no character that I'm like, yeah, I need to play as them. It's just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
So I
It's
feel like, yeah, I'm gonna be choosing my specialist or whatever based on my ability. That's why I'm a little not 100% sure how I feel about that, because there's this one guy who could place down a turret, and it's like, what if everybody places like this is where it causes issue. Like either A, everyone is gonna, like, you could have just a lobby that just everyone goes as the guy who could place down the turret, and so everyone has the turret thing, which is like
hmm
that creates a problem. But then B, on the other side, that also creates a problem, because let's say, how are they going to balance that? Oh, just make it so one person per squad can choose that. Well, that's lame. I want to be able to revive people on command, but turns out, guess what? I didn't choose the specialist who can revive people. Like, that's
yeah. I don't really like
either
it.
way. That's why it's like either way, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go. Now, I I'm not sure, but I think Squad Revive is coming back. Again, I'm not 100% sure, because I remember Jack Frag said that there's a specialist who can revive people from range, which implies
Hmm.
that everyone can revive up close,
Yeah, maybe.
or at least in
Or
some
maybe
capacity.
maybe
So,
like well, yeah, I guess if there was a specialist that could revive and then a specialist that could revive from range, then everyone would just pick the ranged one unless there's some kind of
yeah, exactly. So
drawback.
that's why I'm thinking there's like Squad Revive might be back, which, hey, I mean, bring that in. I love Squad Revive, so
hmm
I'm
To me,
glad
this
about
whole
that.
specialist push in games is like it's like a neutered form of equipment or perks. It's just
It is.
you have less options because you have to pick multiple like attached to a character. Whereas if it were just equipment, you could mix and match and it would be way more fun. But like every game's doing this specialist thing now, which I find kind of annoying.
Yeah, which I find kind of annoying. But again, that
It could
isn't a
still work.
huge thing. Yeah, it could still work, and again, it's not necessarily a huge thing. So, I mean,
hmm
I'm still excited for the game. Now, this is one thing that I'm happy about. Thankfully, like, weapons aren't restricted to classes now, which is nice. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's nice, which I'm happy about. Now, another thing that I'm a little bit cautious about, that it could work well, which I think is cool, but at the same time, it could completely backfire. Mid game, like you spawn in and you're running around, you can change attachments, which is cool, but
hmm
there's got to be some sort of like way
Maybe
to
it's
balance
just when
this
you
out.
respawn, or is it literally just in the middle of the game? You don't have
Literally
to
in the middle of the match,
respawn.
you could like you could sit around, you could bring up a hologram of like your weapon or whatever, and then swap scopes and stuff like that, like while you're alive.
Yeah, that seems like very easily abusable. That's like
That's what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
reminds me
Like,
of One Man Army or something.
yeah, that's why I'm like a little bit cautiously optimistic about that one, because while it is neat, I do actually like that idea of being
Yeah, it
able.
would
It's
be
like, oh
cool
man,
to
this
be able
part
to
of this.
do that.
But I think they should have some sort of cooldown, some sort of. They absolutely cannot. Excuse me. Thankfully, it's not like you're changing class. Like you're only changing out like scopes and barrels, which is good.
Okay.
So no, like you're not actually fully changing your class. I think the only thing they said that you could change is like your magazine, your barrel, your scope, and your laser, or something like that. There's very
hmm
few things you could change, which I'm okay with, because I do like the idea of like changing based on the situation. So that's just something that we're going to need to see how it plays out.
Maybe they could limit it by having, like, you have to pick a certain number of attachments to bring with you or something to switch out instead of just having every attachment. But yeah, I think it could damage the trade-off with guns, because you know how you can maybe, like an assault rifle, you could suit it or for long range or something with a scope, or you could do it for close range. But if you can just do it for both, there's no trade-off in that. Like, you don't have to play any differently. You can just switch whenever you need to, which could be an
Yeah,
issue.
which is why I hope they have some sort of cooldown where it's like, hey, you changed your weapon recently, so you gotta wait like 1 minute or so or 2 minutes to change it again.
Yeah.
So that's something that, again, which like from what I could tell, a lot of these things they sound cool. We'll just have to see how they'll play out because it could go either really
Yeah.
good or really bad, like with the specialists and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
another thing is the maps. Now, the maps they look cool. There's like an Antarctica one. There's like an ice caps one. There's this Egypt one where it's like half of it is the desert, half of it is like a suburbs complex area,
Mm-hmm.
and like the maps, while the design is cool, or like the way the visual design is cool, we're gonna have to see how well they play because recently Battlefield map design has
Yeah.
been not the
Battlefield
greatest
5.
with Battlefield
Yeah,
5.
Battlefield 5 maps were really disappointing.
Really disappointing. Very, very choke pointy. They relied a little bit too much on choke points in my opinion. I
Yeah.
feel like Battlefield was much better suited with more bigger, like grander, like fields with little kind of pockets of areas where you can fight in. Like for example, in Battlefield 1, you have Suez Canal. There's like little trenches, which are like the main little areas. But besides that, you have these gigantic dunes where people have like sniper battles and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have it so you can fight anywhere and not just like one or two spots.
Yeah. It's it looked like they had a Siege of Shanghai 2 sort of map.
I saw that too. It looked like a Siege of Shanghai too. So I think
Yeah.
I know I'm sure they purposely
There
designed
were
it to look like
there
that.
were two city maps, I think.
Yeah,
But
there was like one of them that was like kind of more Japanese, Korean, Chinese with neon lights,
mm-hmm.
and then another one that was a little bit more industrial. So again, the maps we can't like that visually while they look cool, we'll just have to see how well they play out. So and with hopefully all the studios coming together, the map design is a little bit better.
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll be good. I'm
Yeah.
optimistic, but I won't be too like crazy hyped for it because we haven't seen gameplay yet.
Yeah, which is getting revealed on June 13th, the same day as the Microsoft conference, so that's exciting, but
Mm-hmm.
um what else is there? Oh yeah, this is something that I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't necessarily bother me too much. It's just something I'd rather like not have, but whatever, they're gonna have it. It's gonna be a live service battle pass game with 4 seasons, so they're
Yeah.
pulling the COD Warzone. They're going full Call of Duty, where it's like each season has a new like story element to it or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have a
I wonder if they'll actually release content. Like Battlefield
yeah.
5 had a
Or
season
well,
pass,
yeah,
but
they are. There's gonna be one more map, or at least there's gonna be at least like one more map per season, and there's gonna be 4 seasons, I
okay.
think,
So
or
at
something
least
like
there's
that.
at least going to be 11 maps.
Yeah, or something. Like I know they're gonna either add more maps per season. I know they're gonna add like a new specialist each season as well. Again, pulling the Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
route.
Yeah.
So, and there's going to be a battle pass with a premium pass, and they also brought back like the premium edition. So there's like the regular version, and you could get the gold version, and then you could get the super ultra mega ultimate edition, which it's kind of a bummer to me, but it's something where it's like it's kind of expected, and at this point I'm not like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is going to ruin the game.
Is there going to be game-changing content in the battle pass? Like, is there going to be guns or operators or anything like that?
Yes, there's going to be at least one new operator per season.
Is that going to be in the past though?
I think so. I remember Jack Frags mentioned there's going to be a free pass and a premium pass, but the premium pass is cosmetic,
Okay. Well, that's
which is
good.
good.
I mean, I don't like that it's in the past, but at least it's not in the paid pass.
Yeah, which is good because again, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the pass, but at this point, I kind of expected it. So
Yeah.
All right, and then no campaign, which it's not
I
something
think
where I'm
that's
like,
fine.
no campaign, but at the same time, it's not something where I'm like, hooray, they can just ditch the campaign and work on something else because I don't know if the replacement is going to be any good.
Yeah, but I don't really mind that much because the last couple Battlefield games, like I haven't played in the Battlefield campaign for 5 or 4. Battlefield 1 is the only campaign I've played,
Yeah, Battlefield One's
and
campaign is the only one that's like
it was
legitimately
pretty
like
decent, but
fine.
I'm pretty sure the rest of them are pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was yeah. I remember it was pretty decent. Apparently, Bad Company 2's is good or something like that.
Yeah, I
Apparently,
should
like a
play
lot of
it.
people like that one.
Yeah, I haven't played the campaign in that game either.
Yeah, but either way, it's not something that I'm super sad about. It's just if the replacement better be good because it's like
Mm-hmm.
I mean usually I typically do play Battlefield for like the conquest and the operations and stuff like that. But I mean I would like something else to do. So
Yeah, I think that it's going to end up having a battle royale if that free
I know it
mode
is,
thing is true.
but definitely after launch though. That is the thing. 'Cause they did 100% confirm there is no BR at launch. So that's kind of
Yeah,
good.
that's what they said. I heard.
So that's good. I'm glad they're focusing more on the other modes currently and stuff. So what else do we got? Oh yeah, 128 players. I mean, that's pretty cool. Gigantic. Apparently, the maps are. Well, I mean, they say this every single time, but it's the biggest maps that they've ever had in Battlefield. But still, like 128 players, they are going to need to accommodate for that.
Yeah. Well, wait, it has 128?
Yep, 128.
I thought it was 64.
Nope.
I didn't hear that it was
Xbox and
128.
Xbox and PS4. They're because of the hardware, they're limiting it to 64. But on PC,
Oh,
PS5, Xbox
I
Series
heard that
X.
it was 32 on Xbox One and PS4 and 64 on the others.
I think it's 64 v 64
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's it. 64 v 64. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm talking about like total amount.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, that
128 players. That's pretty cool and like it's really
hopefully
neat. But the
it
thing is,
runs. That's the
what?
thing. Hopefully it runs, but I don't think it'll
Yeah,
be that bad.
I'm planning on. I'm gonna get this on my PC. I want to experience the
Mhm.
120, 128. But I mean, at the same time, it's like 128 players on a like gigantic map. Like let's say we have 32 v 32 players on a like 10 by 10 map or something like that. Or like I don't know, just like a map like that. But then
Yeah.
you just double the player count and double the size of the map.
It
Like
doesn't
then
really change anything.
it
Yeah.
doesn't really change anything. So while 128 is a cool big number, it's like it depends on how well like does that mean we're gonna have like more people to kill, more people to shoot at, or does that mean it's just gonna be like bigger maps and more people? So
Yeah, the maps must be pretty big then. And
they are
there's
apparently
7
they're
maps.
yeah. So this is another thing. So Conquest is being changed a slight bit. So Conquest is now being changed to like it's basically so you know how Battlefield how in operations they have sectors.
Mhm.
Like they have like the like you
Yeah.
have to
I
capture the
think
next
it just
sector. So the map is basically cut up into like 3 or 4 slices.
Mhm.
Apparently Conquest is basically that now, but it's just the entire map is open. So like each like for example on this like I don't know, like let's say the tower in Siege of Shanghai. That's objective C. Well, apparently in this game it's going to be like 2 objectives in a sector or something like that. All I know is that they're changing Conquest to make it like sector based rather than just a single objective based.
Mhm.
So I guess they're really
It
going
could
all
work.
out for that
We'll have
like
to see.
yeah, I guess they're going for that whole like gigantic massive battles and stuff. So
Yeah. I think it looks pretty good with the maps. I don't know what else we got to say.
I don't know. There's nothing much else that I'm just trying to remember. We went over the specialists. We went over the other 2 modes again. We know like absolutely nothing about them, so can't really comment on that.
Mhm. Um
The
just let's just hope it launches well, unlike
yeah, that's the thing.
some of the previous Battlefield games.
Yeah, I'm hoping it launches well. We
Oh,
want
here's
Spotting
something I
Guy.
wanted to say. Um,
Ooh,
you know how COD what was the COD game that released with 9 maps? Was that World War II?
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like Battlefield is releasing with 7 maps, which are like way way bigger than any COD map, and like COD only released with 9 maps that one year.
It did, yeah. Like Battlefield, usually I don't know what the typical Battlefield map count is.
I don't know either.
All I know is that like there's quite a few, but yeah, COD World War II released with 9, and then this game is releasing with like 7 gigantic, humongous ones.
Yeah, I think the weather thing seems really cool as well.
Yeah, I think it's Levolutions again, because I think that one map
Okay.
is the I remember the word was tossed out there, like during their conference.
Yeah.
I know, because Westy said that like on the one map, the rocket map, that rocket is gonna be the Levolution, and then the that one map, the tornado is gonna be the Levolution. That there's gonna be like a sandstorm Levolution and stuff like that. So I mean,
Okay.
gigantic like weather changes and map changes, I'm all in for, because I really like that from Battlefield 4.
That was great.
Check out
I
my
wonder
awful
what the
video
biggest
on
one
it.
is going to be. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder what
if
the
the
biggest
biggest
one
one's
is going to be, like the iconic Siege of Shanghai one in Battlefield 4.
Maybe I think it might be that tornado. That tornado seems like the main one
Yeah.
that they're
That was kind of the
really,
highlight of the trailer.
which I thought was pretty cool. That tornado is pretty neat, and like the wingsuit guy. Apparently, wingsuit is a specialist ability,
Oh, okay.
so not everyone's gonna have it. So I think it's like the wingsuit. Everyone's gonna have at least a parachute, but like the one guy has a wingsuit. So
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
So
that could
a few
work.
things that I want: visibility and spotting for everyone. Please bring that back. Please don't lock spotting to a single specialist, because that'd be very annoying.
Yeah. They better not do that. I'll lose my mind.
I'm gonna be
Spotting
so sad if they do
spotting is
that.
so important.
Yeah, I know. Spotting's very important. Visibility, please bring that back. Although it does look like the visibility is a little bit better, so
Yeah.
that's good. What else? I mean, vehicles. Vehicles. To me, vehicles in Battlefield have never really been like, they've been a pretty important part of it, but it's never like, oh no, if they don't have this one vehicle, I'm gonna be so mad. Vehicles are just kind of pretty
Yeah.
standard for me. So
I usually don't pilot vehicles, so it's more like other people can do it. I just want to know
it's
if I
the
can take them
spectacle for
out.
you. Yes. Can we have a good anti-tank system, please? Battlefield 1 had a pretty decent, good anti-tank system.
Yeah. It was pretty
So
balanced in
hopefully,
Battlefield 1 because the tanks were really strong, but so were the infantry.
so where the infantry, you could get your grenades back from resupplies. Each class had you had a grenade that could counter it, or some form to counter a tank. Assault specialized in it, and this is a big thing. I think a lot of people miss out on the fact that the reason why Battlefield 1 tanks were so like the balance was a lot better for that game was because every other one, the top part, the part with the mounted cannon could always move, but in Battlefield
Yeah.
1 it couldn't.
Yeah.
So the tanks had to maneuver around you. So it's a little bit hard to balance, because you could move the head around literally wherever.
In Battlefield 1 and 5, I think there was a system where you could disable vehicles as well. There was different ways to combat them, but Battlefield 5, don't copy that, please.
Yeah, don't copy Battlefield
And
5,
not
please.
and don't
Whatever.
copy 3 or 4 either, cuz those games have really really OP tanks.
Yeah, even though I like Battlefield 4, the tanks in that game are pretty dang OP. If a tank is on an objective, you're not going to be like, "Ooh, let me take that thing out." You're like, "I'm
You're
running
like,
away."
let's go
even
to
though
a
I'm
different
the engineer.
objective.
What?
Let's go to a different objective.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm pretty dang excited. Gunplay. Oh yes, please make the gunplay like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1 or something like that. You just don't make it
Yeah.
Battlefield 5. While Battlefield 5 isn't terrible, getting lasered is not fun.
Yeah, it's way too easy to get lasered in Battlefield 5.
Yeah,
And a
just
lot
from
of
like
people
all.
liked that game, how it was more accurate and stuff, but I prefer the Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1 system because there's actually counterplay to that. You can weave in and out of people's gunfire and get away, but in Battlefield 5 you're just dead.
Yeah, and obviously in Battlefield 1 and 4, there were ways to combat the massive bullet spread. In Battlefield 4, it was bursting more often than auto.
Or
And
using
in
certain
Battlefield,
attachments.
yeah, using certain attachments. In Battlefield 1, it was also like using the mounted bipods or like
You could
slower
also burst.
firing, standing still. Yeah, stuff like that. So please don't copy the Battlefield 5 gunplay, or maybe do something in between both of them. Make it so that way it's like a little bit more accurate than Battlefield 1 is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just don't do Battlefield 5.
Yep. That's pretty much the takeaway. As long as it's not like Battlefield 5, we'll be happy.
The only thing I would like to see return from Battlefield 5 is squad revives. That's literally
Yeah, I
it.
hope it
Nothing
comes
else.
back.
Get everything away from Battlefield 5 besides squad
Yeah.
revives. And also, please, please have 5 squad members instead of 4.
Yeah, that would be
Because, like, I don't
nice.
know,
Or even more
Battlefield.
squad members.
I mean, hey, 6 squad members would be pretty sick. Just don't make it down to 4.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing. Like, the reason why they brought it down to 4 was like, oh yeah, better squad play. But this is the thing. Battlefield, the Dice doesn't realize. Dice views squad members as like, oh, a group of people, whereas players view squad members as spawn points. Okay.
That's true. It's just a
So
bunch of strangers that you can spawn on.
exactly. So that's something they need to realize. So, in conclusion, I'm cautiously hopeful. I'm pretty excited. It looks pretty dang great. Like, honestly, so far it's already a win over Battlefield 5 simply because the setting is a lot better.
Yeah.
But I'm
yeah.
hopeful, but not like, I'm not getting my expectations up because I don't want to be let down that much again.
Yeah. Well, I think that that's all we have to say. Thank you
Yeah,
for watching
let
this
us-
video. It'll be
Thank
out
you.
soon.
Yeah, let us know what you thought of the trailer and everything down below in the comments. Let us know your video ideas, what else we could talk about. E3's coming up soon. I have like vacation right around like a lot of E3, so we'll make videos when we can. That's the best way to say it. So
I'm sure we'll get some.
we'll get some out. We're gonna be having a Halo Infinite video coming out at least some point after the reveal, after the multiplayer reveal this upcoming Sunday, I think. Yeah, the 13th.
Yeah.
I'm gone to the 14th, so expect something on maybe like the 15th or 16th, something like that.
All right. Well,
So just
thank you for watching this video.
bye.
Bye.